Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening? It's Steve with I Live Plants. And listen, y'all, I just got back from New York, okay? And what I wanted to do, first of all, is give a huge shout out to Janeé Simone, for coming over here every week to water my babies. Like my babies would not have survived if it wasn't for Janeé, because I'm not messing around with those watering stakes anymore, because there's a problem with those that, if you saw one of my previous videos, I'll stick with actually a human being watering my plants, aside from some mechanics that, you got to get just right in order for it to work. But nevertheless, you guys, Janeé came through. She did her thing. She gave me wellness checks on the plants. She even noticed some of the things that I've noticed when I went on vacation before. So what I have on this table are the plants that barely listened to me and did not listen to her while I was away. And they suffered just a little bit, but they're not dead, and they're definitely going to bounce back. So what I'm going to do in this video is just give you some tips that you can use whenever you're traveling or going on vacation and you need somebody to look after your plant babes. All right, you guys. So technically, you guys know that I have about 100 plants, right? And only 4 plants. These are the 4 plants that are sitting here, right here on this table, that suffered a little bit in the last week between waterings that I was away. Okay, so again, shout out to Janeé Simone. She's the best. Like, if you guys are looking for somebody to water your plants and you're in the DFW area, please, please, please hit up Janeé Simone. I'm going to put her information in the description below. She's amazing and she really looks out. Okay, she is so thorough and detailed and gives pictures and stats, updates, and all that stuff. And speaking of which, right? So Janeé came twice. Okay, I was gone for 2.5 weeks. She came twice. And the time that she came, between her first and second waterings, she even noticed that some of the plants looked like they were so thirsty. Okay. And she was like, I was just here last week. I'm telling you, you guys, listen, haters will say it's humidity. I say it's your presence, okay? 1000%. It's your presence. These plants get used to a body being around. I kid you not. They're used to some sort of energy exchange. You're up here, you're taking care of them, and then right back at you, they're taking care of you with either your mental health, whether it's your air quality, whether it's your I don't know, your interior decoration, whatever the plant's purpose are in your life, they're giving it to you right back. Okay, so as you're taking care of them, they're giving you something in return. And frankly, I think that since I wasn't there, Locks, Lilith, Mona Lisa, and Bati just said, you know what, he's not here anymore, so we're about to just wither away because we're not needed. Well, joke's on you, I'm back, okay? And so this is the deal, you guys. They're a little dehydrated, okay? So case in point, it might be a humidity thing, okay? I'm here most of the time, I'm cooking, I got taking showers, I got water boiling some of the times and everything like that. I got my door open, letting in some humidity and all that stuff. So humidity may be an issue, okay? Like Lilith is in the bathroom, okay? This is my peace lily, you guys, for those of you who don't know my plants like I do by name. And she's in the bathroom with me. So what ends up happening is that, like, I take hot showers, and Lilith probably just enjoys that. And she's used to that. So because the bathroom was dry for about 2.5 weeks, she tripped out. All right. She damn near crashed out. Okay. So I'm cutting off what, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. This is about to be Myra in a second up here messing around, doing the perm without no neutralizer. She's about to be bald in a second. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, she's going to bounce back. I'm going to water her. I'm going to water all of these plants here on this table. But the thing about it is that you have to manicure these guys when you get back home. All right. So whatever the issue is, if it's low humidity, they're going to start wilting. They're going to start giving you yellow leaves and everything. It's a response to them not getting the right care that they need. So when you get home, first thing that you want to do is sterilize your shears and shear them up. All right. Okay, you guys, and the same thing with locks. Okay, so look, up here, there's just one on locks, which is great. But for the most part, if you guys can tell, she's a little bit, well, here's two. All right, well, I'll get to this one in a second. But she's definitely dehydrated. Okay, so she's going to bounce right back with some water. So no problem with her. Mona Lisa, listen, I'm not a fan of philodendrons like I used to be. They are a pain in my behind right now. And so I'm not really feeling them. So I'm not surprised that Mona Lisa, she doesn't act like this when I'm here. Like I very rarely get yellow leaves from her, but such is life. And then Bati is just dried out, you guys. Look at that. I mean, that's not even yellow. That is like crusty brown. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is this, you come home, right? You do a pan of the room. You see who's on your good list and who's on your naughty list. These four are on my naughty list. You're going to tend to these plants first, right? You want to just let them know, remind them, first of all, who's in charge, right? And then secondly, you want to, give them a drink, cut them up, get them looking pretty again, and get them right back on the right track. Okay. All right. Now, look, the next thing you want to do is water these guys. So I already know that Locks is going to tilt. So I'm going to get him out of this pot. Lee. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put him down here to water him. So he can lean back. And I'm just going to thoroughly water Locks down here, you guys, on the floor. I got him in one of my plastic little bins, and he's good. Now it's time for Lilith. I'm gonna water her real quick, get her nice and soaked. Remind her that she's still, even though she's a drama queen, I still love her. And here's Bati. And believe it or not, I got a new growth coming up on this one, which is wild to me. Like, how are you tripping out and you got new growth? Like, what's the deal? All right, and one more. All right, y'all. So we're all watered over here, which is fantastic. These guys are going to bounce back, probably by the end of the week, which is fantastic. Real quick, for you guys who have been telling me to get a moisture meter, guess what? I got a moisture meter. I've had this moisture meter now for a few months now. I want to say about 6 months. I actually had one before a couple of years ago, but you know me, I thought that the best way of checking was a finger. It's just sticking it in the soil to see if it was wet. Apparently my finger doesn't do the moisture test that well. But I did get a moisture meter just for a second opinion. All right. And so I got that. But this is the deal. Now I'm going to get them reacclimated to their normal routine. Right. I typically water Lilith like clockwork almost every 7 days. The Syngoniums, I actually watered them every 5 to 7 days. So yeah, I get it. You might have missed a watering cycle, like literally, I get it. You that might have been the case, but we're back on track until I go away again. Now, I will say this: there are plenty of different ways that you can take care of your plants while you're gone. Now, I've had these watering stakes, okay, that I would, stick into the soil of the plant, and it would take the soil from a reservoir of water that I provided for the plant and just set the reservoir right next to it, and it'll filter through a hose. I didn't have great luck with that. You can check out a previous video of mine to see my not so great luck with that. I thought I was doing something right. I spent hours setting that shit up, and literally it failed on me. Okay, most of my plants, believe it or not, some of them were overwatered, okay, from this thing. So I'm not messing with that anymore. Okay, the second thing that you can do is plant all of your plants in self-watering containers. Okay, now I don't have the funds to do that. So my plants are going to some of them have self-watering containers, some of them don't. All right. Most of the ones with self-watering containers are the ones that I bought with self-watering containers. All right. Otherwise, I just can't transfer everybody over because that's costly. And I'd rather spend my money on trips than on pots like that, at least for this time being. And then the last thing that you can do is you can literally phone a friend. Okay. So I have a really good friend down here, Miss Janeé Simone. I'm shouting you out all over this video because you've done such a great job. I mean, just look behind me. My pothos look fantastic. You know what I mean? If you look over there, my philodendrons are just blooming new leaves, you guys, just sprouting up new leaves. My syngoniums look okay, for the fact that they haven't been watered in a week. So some of them, aside from this one, Bati made it to the bad table, the detention table, and he's here. But the other ones look fantastic, and you guys, amazing job. So I'm going to say this, the best thing that you can do is get a plant sitter. Get someone who's knowledgeable about plants, that can use your moisture meter, that can gauge when it needs to be watered. And you may need to hire them multiple times a week, you guys. Like seriously, like they need to be coming in, especially if you got about 100 plants, and just coming in every couple of days and just checking to see who needs work. Because guess what? That's what I do. That's what I do. I mean, my plant care is every day. It's not, week to week or every 5 days. No, I'm going around checking to see who needs to be trimmed, who needs to be watered every single day. And so the work that it takes for me to remember who got watered, who didn't get watered, the second opinion comes in handy. All right, you guys, listen, not as bad as the first time, right? So I'll take it. It's a win. This is a win, you guys. And these guys, these are my easy plants, you guys. Aside from Mona Lisa, these are my easy plants. They're going to bounce back in a second. Locks is already probably picking up what it needs to do. Oh, right here. Yep, soaking up all that water at the bottom. He's going to look fine in a moment, you guys. So listen, let me do this. Let me give you some words. All right, y'all. So look, I appreciate you all watching. You know that this is a thing that is laid on my heart in terms of this video and just what we go through as people, as human beings, right? Every now and then we might feel like we're being neglected, whether that or being our value is not being seen. Okay, and typically what happens is we start to wilt, right? We start to close in. We start to just close ourselves off to others and everything like that. This is the thing, right? That belief comes from within you. Like if you believe what somebody's telling you about yourself, then you're gonna make it true. Okay. So the idea is this, right? These plants are gonna bounce back. That's case closed, period. They're gonna bounce back. I already watered them and everything. I gave them the care that they need to bounce back. Now, look, your first line of defense is you. Okay, now you can have your support system and everything like that, like your support network, and but who you got to reach out to them half the time. Okay, nobody's going to know what you're going through unless you reach out to them. So it all begins with you. Okay, now there's a shot in the dark chance that they'll call you up and everything's falling apart. right? And then you're able to voice that. But more than likely, you're going to have to do the reach out, okay? You're going to have to start with the self-care, okay, in order to bounce back and get back strong and back to who you are, okay? So this is what I always want to remind you. Action creates motivation. Okay, you have to work and see some sort of result to get motivated. So whether that means that, like if you're in the bed and you just can't get out the bed, you give yourself a countdown. I'm taking this from Mel Robbins: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get up. That's action. Okay, that's action. You got up, and you can say, "Oh, damn, I got up." Leads to motivation. What comes next after that? Okay, so we all have the capabilities to bounce back just like these plants do. Like for whatever situation that we're going through, it takes action within us to make sure that it happens. Unfortunately, these guys don't have that. We got to do it for them, but we have the action. Now, that's not to say that someone like me, a supporting character in their journey, is influential and meaningful, okay? Because without me, unfortunately, these plants won't be here, okay, at this point. So let's not discount the social and support network, you guys. Like, they're there to pour into you as well. All right. So the idea is this: hang out with your family, hang out with your friends. Like my New York trip, oh my God. Okay. Like, I would not take that time back for anything in the world. I got to spend time with my mom on a daily basis, you guys. Like, how important that is for me is, it goes without saying. I mean, I'm already starting to tear up because that's my mom. You know what I mean? My sister, my brothers, my nephews, my aunt and uncle, my cousins. Like, I even saw a good friend of mine while I was out there. So it is, yes, about you and pouring into your own self-care, but don't forget about the ones who are pouring into you as well. You guys, if you need them, call them. If you need them, reach out to them. They're going to help you bounce back the same way I'm helping these plants bounce back. So listen, you all, I love y'all. Love y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful week ahead if you're watching this when it premieres. And yeah, you guys, what do we do here? What do we do? We love ourselves. That's what we do. So I hope you say it with me. I love you, Steve. I love you, whoever you are. Say it back to yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. All right. Take care.